Hi, this is Nicholas Yock, Registered Migration and Education Agent from PTA or Pathway to Oz. And today I'm going to ask or answer a question that we get asked all the time. Should I go the temporary graduate visa or the employer-sponsored visa? So look, we have a lot of students who finish their course and might have an employer who offers to sponsor them. And they're like, oh, should I do this employer-sponsored or go the temporary graduate work visa? My answer to this really depends on your circumstances, but in 99 or most situations, I would always recommend the temporary graduate visa. So what is the difference between these two visas? Well, look, the employer-sponsored visa, you need an employer to sponsor your visa. You can only work for that employer. It can be granted for anywhere from 1 to 4 years, usually 1 to 2 years, depending on the occupation. And it's a fair bit more expensive than the temporary graduate visa. The temporary graduate visa, you're not tied to any employer. You can work in any occupation. It's valid for, it can be from 18 months to longer, and it's a fair bit cheaper as well. The requirements for an employer-sponsored visa are also quite difficult to meet. So usually you'll need to have 2 years of work experience plus a relevant qualification just to even potentially be able to apply for that. There are circumstances where I would recommend someone go the employer-sponsored visa, and that would realistically only be if they're going for that permanent employer-sponsored visa. So there is a permanent employer-sponsored visa, a Subclass 186, but the requirements for that are a lot more stricter. You need to have 3 years of post-qualification full-time work experience. So look, realistically, 99% of the time, you're probably always going that graduate work visa. You're just not tied to the company. They can always nominate you or sponsor you in the future as well if you want. And it just gives you a lot more flexibility, plus it's cheaper and it's a lot easier to apply for. Look, if you do have any questions about your specific situation and you want to chat to a registered migration agent, feel free to contact Pathway to Oz. Thanks.